backups are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And Fitzpatrick's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Here's Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9.
Hey, color.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he fires one incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's 3-0 Washington. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid.
At the 30-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Chase Young, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. 34.
Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, 5-0. Regular.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Gibson, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Eagles 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Past the 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tua now on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And out of bounds right around the 20.
At the 20-yard line, a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Two are going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fitzpatrick rolling to his right. That's caught by Sims. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay.
Looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Eluding the pressure right.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jonathan Bostic gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That'll be caught. It's Reagor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
On 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On play action, here's Tua. Connecting quickly with Goddard. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Play action, now it's Tua. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 8 on the year. There the Eagles are back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Man open left side is Brown. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Fitzpatrick. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Fitzpatrick again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with
touchdown. It's complete. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw again on second down. Tua escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. For Washington on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Ward to return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. He sets to fire deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's brought down. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there. 1st down, Washington. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fitzpatrick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run with Gibson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and goal, Fitzpatrick flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That one is slant to McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Fitzpatrick. Pass complete, Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Fitzpatrick to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.